Recording is on. We start the class with the net present value. So what is the net present value? We can understand this by expanding its word NPV. How to calculate NPV? We will talk later, but what is the meaning of NPV? We already covered in the day before yesterday's session. Then NPV is basically the net present value. You are going to start with all those things. Okay. So net present value is our working area where you have to work on that. But what is the present value? We already cleared with the effect of time value of money. We will discuss about the future and the present. Whatever the money you will receive in the future, what's a calculation point at a point of today's scenario? This calculation is basically denoted as the time value of money, where we can simply discuss whatever the money we will going to receive in the future areas is to calculate with our current position. Clear? So this is basically the area where we will work. Okay. Now the question is, what happened? What happened with that? How to calculate the thing? So I am simply classify. Today I'm going to start with a computation scheme. Computations where we already calculated the cash flows. You know cash flows. You know your present value factors. You know the discounted cash flows. If you guys have any problem in this, maybe the net present value calculation, you got question mark for that, because net present values totally depend on your discounted cash flows, discounted price, always with the discounted factor. And over the calculator, I already told you how to calculate the discounted factor rates if the rates are given to you. Okay, so this is basically a good point to be conduct. But the best part is this कि NPV की calculations के लिए जितने भी points दिए हैं, discounted factors दिए हैं, please keep those in mind and give with the direct and clear cut to cut calculations. Because if you miss anything, let's say you will adopt the second year calculation, second year discounted factor, and you multiplied it by the first year investments, definitely the answer will wrong. So please avoid these type of silly mistakes while calculating or performing the era. All right, but else we know how to calculate the present value, and I already shared with it to you. Once again, I will show you how to calculate the current value. So if let's say your current investment, we will clear with the present example. Let's say current investment, I will give that about 10,000 rupees. Okay, and your annual cash flows uneven. We will definitely talk about the uneven. Okay, so it's 4,000, or let's say we can say 4,000, 3,500, 2,500, 2,500. Okay, 1,800, or let's say 750, 500. These are your annual cash flows of 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and year 6. This is basically we will take care for nothing. Okay, let's remove the 760. We will just club with all those things. So these are your annually 5-year cash inflows. Now, how to calculate the NPV? That is the matter. So you do not have to do anything. It's a very simple format. You just derive your years. Okay, your derives your amount, whatever is your discounted factor, you have to take care for that, and you will have to show with the present value. All right, let's say your discounted rate is 8%. Okay, so now you have to calculate that year number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is your minus amount 1,000. Then it's your 4,000. This is my question. How to calculate? This is a very simple method. I'm just writing here just to show you what I'm doing this. This is until now I just cut, copy and paste from my question bank to my answer sheet. This is a very explanation part, but I will tell you guys how can you calculate quickly on calculator. I am writing here because I want to teach you, guide you how to calculate and explain. So whatever be your discounted factor, you just multiply it by your investments or your amounts or cash inflows or cash outflows, everything. You will get the answers. Once you will get the answers, you will definitely look into that, add up all those things, and you will get the actual NPV. So these are the inflows which you will get out of after 5 years. What will be the result? Now, this discounted factor, can you please tell me what are those? If 8% is your rate, yes, anyone can tell me quickly so that I can write it, do my postmanship job of doing calculations of 8%, or you want me to calculate, because I hope you understand the how to take care for the calculations with the 8%. Radhika, Anu, you forget how to calculate the rates if the rates are not given in the questions, those discounted factors.
0.925, 926.
Wait a minute. I will go with that flow. So year zero is always be one. Discounted factor year zero always be one. Never be five. Now after year one,
926,
0.926. Year two,
0.857,
857. We are talking about 8%, right? Yes. Year two,
0.794,
794,
then 0.735,
0.735,
0.680.
680.
Yeah.
Exactly on the 5 year program, a particular amount. This is your present values. You have to calculate it and sum up those. So after investing 10,000 rupees into a particular project for a five number of years, you will get a different amount of cash inflows. Definitely you will get different types of cash inflows. Let we will sum up all those things. You will get 2,550 rupees after 5 years, and those 2,550 net cash inflow, the present value of 2,550 is basically 521.5. Clear? 521.
Sir, repeat once what you had told now.
While you invested 10,000 rupees in a current project for running an operation for the 5 years, you will get the amount, whatever the amount after 5 years. The present value of that amount is 521 rupees. Understand? Which means, which means what? Which means the amount which you will get in the future, the present value of that amount is 521.5 rupees. And in the second sense, we can say we invested today 10,000 rupees and I will get 521 rupees. What do you think? Is it profitable investment for me, or is it
Not profitable.
definitely loss? So we simply say that this project is not suitable for me. So once you will receive the negative NPV, always be remember, once you will receive a negative NPV, please focus on that. We are not going to this. Okay, we are not going to this. That is my exactly the point.
Sir, how 521 comes?
We
How?
just simply add it on. If you can check my screen 521 formula bar, sum up all those things. So my, or you can simply put the same thing. This is my
Okay,
on an
then minus 10,000 of
yes,
0
I
to
simply
1.
put the 10,000. Okay,
Okay.
and we will subtract the 10,000. But ultimately, if you want to do one thing, you have to show, since you are saying ki, no, we are not going to do, I can say yes, we have to accept this project. Why? Because your annual inflows of NPV, annual inflows of NPV is basically your 10,521, right? And your initial
Is it
investment is
uneven now? Uneven cash flow now?
yeah, this is uneven cash flows, 4,000, 3,000. This is uneven cash flows. But your present value is 10,521. So that means if you are going to pay 10,000 as an investment, you are receiving 10,521 rupees right now, which means 521 rupees you are receiving extra by investing in that particular business. So why don't is it a feasible for you? Tell me. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. Hanu left the screen. Why? He's traveling. Okay. Do you understand that what I'm trying to tell you, Radhika?
Yeah, if we add 10,000, then it will be FPV, future present value.
Yes, we are getting 10,521 in return back within 5 years. As
And
per
we have to calculate NPV, so we deduct 10,000.
yes, we have to calculate the NPV. So if the NPV is positive, we accept the offer. But if the NPV is negative, we will not going to accept this offer. In that case, our NPV is positive. We are going to take care for the accepting the offer. Suppose if there is, let's say, 1800, it's let's say it's 180. So now the NPV is negative, which means, or I will tell you in a very brief investments. Annual is basically your sum of all future inflows, okay, divided by your investment activity. Investment, your investment is 10,000, sorry, it's 10,000. So NPV calculation is very simple. Whatever be your future net present value of annual cash inflows divided by the 10,000, you will get those figures. If this figure is negative, reject the offer. But if this figure is positive, accept the offer. Understand? It's a very simple, very simple formula. Whatever be the present value, sum up all the present value and minus your initial investment. You will get the NPV amount. Got it? Got it? So if your NPV is positive for any project, we'll definitely accept this project. One more point I will add it on, as I already told you earlier in the class, that if we are going to increase the discounted rate, the hurdle rate, the inflation rate, the interest rate, your NPV comes low, low, and low. But if we are going to decrease the NPV, sorry, decrease the discounted rates, your NPV will higher and higher and higher. So there is an inverse relationship. Clear? So let's me focus on. I will give you one more brief with that. Okay, it's my present value factor, and we are discounted factor is basically at the rate of 8%, right? Now let me take care for the 10% amount. If my discounted is 10% or discounted factor is 8%, what will be my result? 10% multiplied by the initial amount, and I will definitely going to Go with that particular, and I simply click this. If you want me to go with all these things, I will go just directly to sum up your this thing, and we'll just copy that vector. Okay, can you tell me quickly the amount? One definitely will be there. 0.909. Maybe I will guess at the rate of 10%. Come on, quickly for 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, Radhika, Anu, anyone? You are not with the calculators?
0.826.
0.826. Okay, the
Then
next one.
0.751.
751.
Then 0.683.
683.
Yeah.
Last one.
621. 0.621.
621.
1.
All
Yeah.
right. So you can say at the rate of 10%, still we are in the positive but with a very low amount. That's why I told you, if the discount rate will increase, your NPV decrease. Let's will focus on
सर स्क्रीन
11%.
नहीं हो रही.
Sorry.
Okay. Now okay.
Okay, so we will focus with the 11% rate. Okay, so we will clear the picture very much, very much, so that you can understand if it is going to high with the particular amount. And once again we will going to take care with 5% rate. So you have to tell me very quickly about those figures. I will just upload with this particular format so that it will be easy for me to understand the same thing. Okay, at the 11% rate, just give me a second. It is here 8%, it is here 10%, it is here 11%, or it is here 5%. It's very simple to calculate these two figures so that you can tell me very much amount of this. Okay, can anyone tell me about the 11% rate?
0.901.
901.
Then
Next,
0.812.
812.
731.
731.
656. 659.
659.
Yeah. 593.
593. Okay, and tell me with a 5% rate also.
0.952.
952.
907.
907.
864.
864.
823.
823.
Yeah.
Okay,
78783.
783. All right.
746. Okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We are come with the 5-year plan. So now you calculate and take yourself. While we are submitting all these things, we are getting the net present value with 8%, 521 positive. Definitely, we will accept the offer. If the inflation rate has been higher with the 10%, we can still accept the project, but see the other areas and the other options. If you have higher NPV, definitely accept it. If you have lower NPV, wait, stop, and search for another options too. Because,
So here,
sorry.
so here we'll accept 5%.
No, we are just I'll just try to explain you. I just try to explain you, if the discounted rates has been increased, your NPV decrease. Since it is going to 8, 10, or 11, your NPV decrease to 521, then 99, then minus 95. Understand? But once your discounted rate has been decreased from 8 to 5. Your NPV has been increased from 521 to 12. So जितना ज़्यादा आपका NPV, सॉरी, जितना ज़्यादा डिस्काउंट रेट कम होगा NPV उतना ही बढ़ेगा. इसको सिंपल भाषा में इतना सा समझ सकते हैं, महंगाई जितनी ज्यादा बढ़ेगी सेविंग उतनी ही कम होगी, राइट.
Yeah.
बट हमारी इनकम बढ़ रही है और महंगाई नहीं बढ़ रही, तो डेफिनेटली हमारी सेविंग बढ़ेगी.
Yes.
काइंड ऑफ कैलकुलेशन, लेट्स से आज पेट्रोल 100 रुपीज है, कल को वो पेट्रोल 50 रुपीज हो जाएगा. So you are not going to fill up the 100 or 50, you will just definitely get some more savings on that. So that's basically the outcome plans. So if the inflation has been increased, the interest rate, the hurdle rate, the discount rate, any option has been increased, your NPV decrease. But your inflation rate, hurdle rate, discount rate decrease, your NPV will increase. That's basically the simultaneously answer. I hope you understand how to calculate the NPV factors. Understand? Now I tell you one important concept related to the PI. PI is basically known as the profitability index. I can tell you right now, profitability index. What is the profitability index meaning? Profitability index has nothing to do. If you know how to calculate NPV, you are going to do very good thing, right? If you know how to calculate NPV, you will easily calculate the profitability index because it has the same formula. NPV formula is all the present value minus initial investment that we have done, all the present value minus initial investments, we got NPV, right? This is my formula bar. You can check. Initial investments we are deducting from annual generating cash flows. Okay, but what for the PI? PI, you just divide it your initial investments. Understand? In NPV, we subtracted the initial investment, but to calculate the profitability index, we simply divided by our initial investments. Because profitability index is basically about how much you are in the profits. In terms of amount, it is the NPV. But in terms of valuations, it is what we are going to do. So what is my PI here? So whatever be my NPV, that is 10,521 at the discounted rate of 8%, I simply divided with my initial investments. So this is, I am going to take care of 0.5%. All right. What I'm going to do, I am getting 0.5% profit. Under this scenario, I am going 100%, 0.009%. One is your investments, but you are in your highly rates is, if you are plus one, you are into the profit. But how much profit? It means it seems as 0.5% you are getting so much higher. Let's say I will just impact on that particular thing 3,500, or let's say I will give you 14,000. Oh my god, my NPV is double, 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 and double. But if I'm say 180, everything is in the minus. If I'm say 1,800, is everything equal? So that's why I'm not touching that figures, because I'll have to also tell you about the negative NPVs. And here you are into the loss. Loss means you are not even getting the 100%. These formula you can also be used as your percentage value. Your profitability index is 105, 101, 99%, or 112. So this is actually your loss, but everything related is the profits. So if your NPV is positive, definitely you are in the profits. But if you want to calculate in terms of percentage, just divided the NPV by your initial investments. But if your NPV is negative, definitely you reject the offer and you are in the loss because your NPV is less than the investment value. Understand? I hope is it clear to you related to the NPV versus profitability index. Clear, Radhika?